What's good, y'all? It's Wavy. You already know the vibes. We out here, big love from the whole city. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe, smash the bell, and keep supporting Stay Wavy TV. Every click keeps us moving. Every like keeps us growing.
Man, I just got done watching an interview on Hannibal TV, and he explained why a former wrestler should never be the booker for any wrestling company, right? And he pretty much said that the reason why that shouldn't happen is because that you have to understand that the wrestler is automatically going to be biased, right? During that, like he's obviously talking about Triple H, right? During Triple H's wrestling career, right? There was guys that he liked and there was guys that he had heat with, right? And we all know that Triple H, he married the boss's daughter, right? Him marrying Stephanie McMahon, Vince McMahon's daughter, obviously, that positioned him to pretty much get what he wanted, right? He won matches he probably wouldn't have won if he wasn't married to Stephanie McMahon. He won titles that he got title opportunities that he probably wouldn't have gotten if he wasn't married to Stephanie McMahon, right? I just watched this clip yesterday, guys, and I'm surprised I haven't heard anybody else talk about this on their channel. There's a clip of John Cena and Stephanie McMahon, right? Back in the early 2000s. This is when John Cena was young, right? And there's a clip where John Cena asked Stephanie McMahon if he could smack her ass. And she said yes, and he smacks it, right? You guys don't think Triple H remembers that? You guys don't think that Triple H remembers that John Cena smacked his wife's ass and she agreed to him doing it? You see, this is why you shouldn't have guys that are former wrestlers working creative. Because everything that they do is going to be biased. I think everybody would agree that the way that John Cena's final match played out, this was a humiliation ritual, 100%. This was Triple H getting back at John Cena. Maybe not just because he smacked Stephanie McMahon's ass. I think that has something to do with it. But also, right? John Cena wasn't a Triple H guy, right? Triple H and John Cena weren't homeboys, right? John Cena wasn't a part of the evolution, right? John Cena became bigger than Triple H. And John Cena doesn't have a parent or any family members that was in the WWE. You know what I'm saying? John Cena was Vince McMahon's favorite. And Vince McMahon is Triple H's father-in-law. You guys don't think Triple H was jealous of that? Let's be honest, guys. Triple H has a huge ego, bro. Ever since he's taken over creative, Triple H is always in the commercials. He's always in the promos, right? You saw him on the debut to Raw on Netflix. Are you ready to rumble? Triple H inducted himself and his wife into the Wrestling Hall of Fame. His first year as the creative content chief officer, he inducted himself into the Hall of Fame. Then this year, he inducted his wife into the Wrestling Hall of Fame. You guys think that's a coincidence? No. This is just things that he's doing to feed his ego. That's why Karrion Kross, shout out to Vince Russo, he brought this up. That's why Karrion Kross is gone. Karrion Kross is not a Triple H guy. Karrion Kross got over on his own. The fans, the wrestling fans wanted to see Karrion Kross win. But see, Triple H only wants to see you win if he can play a role in getting you over. That's why LA Knight is being treated how he's being treated, because Triple H did not play a role in LA Knight getting over. LA Knight got over on his own. And plus, LA Knight is a hybrid of The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. He takes a little bit of stuff from The Rock and he takes a little bit of stuff from Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's obvious, right? Triple H doesn't like Stone Cold or The Rock. He definitely don't like The Rock. We heard The Rock and Triple H, they've been butting heads. They've been butting heads nonstop since Triple H has taken that position as the chief content creator for the WWE. The Rock is on the board of TKO. Right? We seen what happened with the John Cena retirement tour. John Cena ended up turning heel. The Rock played a role in that, right? The Rock was alongside Travis Scott. And then last year at WrestleMania, when John Cena officially turned heel, The Rock didn't show up. Why? Because The Rock and Triple H, they weren't getting along. The Rock was suggesting certain things and Triple H wasn't down with it. Triple H didn't want to do it. Why? Because Triple H is jealous of The Rock. The Rock had a very short professional wrestling career, right? He became bigger than Triple H. The Rock is by far one of the biggest wrestlers of all time, right? Then he retires from wrestling full time and he becomes the biggest, highest paid actor in the world. I don't think he's the highest paid actor anymore, but for a long time, The Rock was the highest paid actor in the world. And, you know, his every movie he dropped did great, right? Up until Black Adam. You know what's crazy? Black Adam is actually The Rock's biggest movie at box office. And I think it looks like that's the downward of his acting career, which is kind of weird, right? But let's stay focused on the topic. I don't want to get off of triple. We gotta stay focused on Triple Fraud, Triple H. We gotta stay focused, y'all. Right? So Triple H, everything that you guys see Triple H doing with the booking, it's to cement his legacy. Not the current wrestlers. Bro, I keep telling you guys, Triple H don't give a damn about what the fans want. Randy Orton hasn't. I just made a video about this. Randy Orton hasn't been on Raw or SmackDown for the last 3 months. Randy Orton's wife has been going on Twitter calling out the WWE for not using Randy Orton. Randy Orton has been written off of TV. We're talking about Randy Orton, the legend killer. You guys think that's a coincidence? You guys don't think Triple H was jealous at the fact that Randy Orton became the youngest champion in WWE history after he broke away? Remember, Randy Orton was a part of the Evolution. That was Triple H's group. It was Triple H, Ric Flair, Batista, and Randy Orton. Randy Orton ends up becoming the youngest champion in WWE history, and he ends up leaving the Evolution. Ends up becoming the legend killer, starts punting everybody. Punted John Cena's dad. He punted Vince McMahon, right? Like, Randy Orton, you know, he became a superstar. Randy Orton is currently a 14-time world champion. He's 4 titles away from passing John Cena. Why wouldn't Triple H have Randy Orton be John Cena's final opponent? Why wouldn't Triple H have Randy Orton? Bro, Randy Orton should have won that match at Backlash this year. You guys remember that? You guys remember during John Cena's retirement tour this year, John Cena fought Randy Orton for the WWE Undisputed Championship in St. Louis, which is Randy Orton's hometown. And Randy Orton was robbed. Randy Orton should have been John Cena's final opponent at Saturday Night Main Event. And I think Randy Orton agrees with me because I think it was premeditated for Randy Orton not to show up to John Cena's final match. I think Randy Orton is so pissed off at what Triple H is doing that he says, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm not even going to show up to John Cena's final match. You guys don't want to book me. You guys don't want to put me on Raw or SmackDown. You guys aren't putting me on PLEs. Well, fuck it. I'm going to just do me. You know, he texted John Cena the day of his retirement. They spoke to each other. Just made a video about that. Check it out on Stay Wavy TV. We just posted the video of Randy Orton speaking on John Cena's retirement. But Vince Russo broke it down to a T. Vince Russo said if he was still in charge of creative, he said even if that's what John Cena wanted, even if John Cena wanted Gunther to be his final opponent and John Cena wanted Gunther to make him tap, he would have not allowed that to happen because John Cena's whole image is about never giving up. Guys, think about this, right? Put the ego to the side, right? To the people that still want to defend this guy, Triple H, right? Think of all of the kids all around the world because the WWE is global. The WWE is not just popular in America. This is an international, like, I'm not gonna say sport because it's technically not a sport, but you guys get what I'm saying. The WWE is international, right? Think of all of the millions of kids all around the world that look up to John Cena and wear his merch that says never give up. They just seen their superhero give up. They just seen their superhero tap and quit and go against everything that he stands for. He went against everything that he stands for. He gave up. John Cena didn't deserve to go out like that. And nobody wants to say this, but I'm going to be the first person to say it. This final match, this permanently stained John Cena's legacy. Nobody's ever going to forget that in John Cena's final match, he tapped out, he gave up to Gunther. And the reason why people are never going to forget that is because of Triple H. Triple H made it a priority to permanently stain John Cena's legacy. This was payback. This is Triple H paying back John Cena for being bigger than him. It's payback. I'm telling guys, you guys got to understand, bro. This is who Triple H is. You don't believe me? Go watch Bret Hart interviews. Bro, go watch MVP talk about Triple H. There's so many former wrestlers that are no longer with the WWE that hate Triple H because he screwed them over to get to the top. There's so many wrestlers that don't like Triple H because he screwed them over to get to the top. Triple H would have never been as big as he ended up being if it wasn't for him marrying Stephanie McMahon. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. You don't have to believe it. That is an actual fact. That is an actual fact. So, with that being said, Triple H has to be fired as the booker. If he remains in charge, and listen, I didn't watch Raw yesterday. You guys notice I didn't drop a Raw review video because I told you guys, after John Cena's final match, I'm done. The only way I was going to continue watching this product is if The Rock would have came out or interrupted the match, and then we got The Rock versus John Cena at WrestleMania next year. That was the only way that I was going to continue watching Raw and SmackDown, but I'm done. I'll just watch C-Jack's video. Shout out to my boy C-Jax. Shout out to BC Amplified, you feel me? I'll just watch their reviews on the show. I'm not watching Raw and SmackDown no more. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. You know what I might do? I might just read some breakdown reviews of the show so I can make some videos for y'all, but bro, enough is enough, man. The more that you guys keep watching this garbage, you're going to keep getting garbage. I'm going to say that again. The more that you guys keep watching this garbage, the more that you're gonna get garbage. You have to stand for something, man. It's gonna take the WWE losing a whole lot of money for them to say, you know what? Maybe we should get rid of Triple H. That's the only way it's gonna happen. So this week I will be watching AEW. I will be watching TNA, and I might do some videos on those shows, man. I might have to be the one to start the trend to start doing reviews of AEW and TNA. I do love NXT though. Shawn Michaels is doing a phenomenal job at NXT. I was thinking about still watching NXT, but nah, it's a part of the WWE. What's the point? Trick Williams is fucking 32 years old and he's still on NXT. What am I watching NXT for? Stephanie Valkyrie, think about this, guys. I'm gonna end the video off like this. Stephanie Valkyrie, she wasn't even on NXT for a year, and she's already moved up to the main roster and she's already a champion. Trick Williams has been on NXT for years. He's 31 years old. He cut a promo with The Undertaker. He has a great theme song, great on the mic. He can be a babyface. He can be a heel. Dude's in great shape. He's tall. He's over 6 feet tall. Why is Trick Williams still on NXT at 31 years old? Why would I watch NXT? And why was Trick Williams not at the Saturday Night Main Event card? I thought the card was about the young talent. Everybody keeps talking, bro, and this is what pisses me off, right? everybody keeps talking about Obafemi. Trick Williams is more talented than Obafemi. The only difference is Obafemi's just bigger. He's just a bigger, more intimidating looking dude. But he don't got all of the tools that Trick Williams got. Trick Williams should have been the one fighting Cody Rhodes for that. It should have been for a title. Obviously, Trick Williams wouldn't have won, but that would have been a great way of introducing him to the main roster. So with that being said, a former wrestler cannot be a booker. It's just not gonna work because there's always going to be biasness, bro. You need somebody in creative that's not biased and shows favoritism towards anybody to get the product that the fans deserve. And with that being said, it's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out.
Stay wavy, signing out. Ride the tide, no doubt. From the rooftop glow to the neon cloud. You tapped in, so I gotta say love. Like, subscribe, keep the motion above. Until the next wave, we out. Peace.